कहने लगा आपने पहलगाम में अटैक किया, धर्म पूछ के हमारे हिंदू मारे, हम आपको मारेंगे इधर।
जैसे भाई भागा, मैं भी भागने वाला था, वो पीछे से आया, मुझे सर में मार।
On 28 January 2026, in Vikasnagar, Uttarakhand, brothers Danish and Tapish Ganai were beaten for speaking Kashmiri in the market. According to the Jammu and Kashmir Students Association, this winter more than 60 Kashmiri shawl sellers were attacked across northern India.
They were forced to है, आप हिंदुस्तानी हैं, आप अलगावादी हैं।
ये मेरे छोटे छोटे बच्चे, इनको वो तरस नहीं आया कि सर में राड़ मारी, छोटे से बच्चे को माफ़ नहीं किया तो ये किसको माफ़ करेंगे।
Now back home with few jobs and limited economic opportunities, they are caught between hostility outside Kashmir and hardship at home. The Kashmiri shawl has travelled for centuries to different parts of the world. Napoleon's wife, Empress Josephine, is said to have owned hundreds of Pashmina shawls. Even after centuries, the Kashmiri shawl remains one of the valley's biggest exports, worth over 300 crores a year, inside a crafts economy supporting nearly 500,000 artisans.
उत्तराखंड में हम जाते हैं, बचपन से हमारे जो बुज़ुर्ग लोग थे वो भी जाते थे, उसके बाद हम भी जाने लगे। देखो हमारा कार्य यही है, अगर हमारे पास यहाँ रोज़गार होता हम बाहर नहीं जाते, धक्के खाने के लिए बाहर नहीं जाते।
But in recent years, this journey has turned dangerous. Kashmiri shawl sellers have been stopped from hawking, heckled, beaten at times, and seriously hurt. On 22 April 2025, gunmen killed 26 people, most of them tourists, in Pahalgam. It was the deadliest attack on civilians in India in over a decade. In the months that followed, fear and suspicion spread far and wide. 9 months later, on 28 January 2026, Danish and Tapish Ganai were returning from a long day of hawking in Vikasnagar to their rental accommodation. It was 3 in the afternoon. On their way back, a shopkeeper overheard them speaking Kashmiri.
3 बजे का टाइम था, हम वापस आ रहे थे। मैंने भाई को बोला कि चलो शॉप से कुछ ले लेते हैं, भूख लगी है। हम जैसे ही वहाँ पे पहुँचे, शॉप वाला अपनी रील्स देख रहा था, कुछ अपने फ़ोन में लगा था। मैंने 3 बार उसको आवाज़ दी, अंकल जी, उन्होंने नहीं सुना।
जैसे भाई छोटे ने अपनी ज़बान में बोला कि भाई अंकल नहीं दे रहा सामान, हम अंकल नहीं सुन रहा, हम दूसरी दुकान से ले लेते। जैसे ही हम आगे को चले तो अंकल ने पीछे से आवाज़ दी,
बोला रुको। जैसे ही हम वापस गए, उसने बोला तुम क्या अपनी ज़बान में खचट पचट कर रहे थे।
हमने बोला हम कश्मीरी लैंग्वेज में बात कर रहे थे, आप नहीं सुन रहे, हम दूसरी दुकान से ले ले।
बोला नहीं ये उत्तराखंड है, ये कश्मीर नहीं है, यहाँ पे कश्मीरी नहीं चलेगी। बोलने लगा आप मुस्लिम हो या हिंदू हो? हमने बोला हम मुस्लिम है, कश्मीरी है।
कहने लगा आपने पहलगाम में अटैक किया, धर्म पूछ के हमारे हिंदू मारे, हम आपको मारेंगे इधर।
फिर बोलने लगा ऐसे मुल्ले ऐसे करते हो, वैसे करते हो, गठली में बॉम्ब लेके चलते हो, ऐसे AK-47 आपके पास होती है।
आया अंदर से रॉड ले गया, जैसे मार पिटाई करने लगा।
भाई ने बोला तू भाग, ये अब मारेगा यहीं पे। फिर वो बोलने लगा एक को यहीं पे ख़त्म करते हैं, दूसरे को फिर बाद में देख लेंगे। फिर जैसे भाई भागा, मैं भी भागने वाला था, वो पीछे से आया, मुझे सर में मार दी। फिर मैं वहीं पे बेहोश हो गया, उसके बाद मुझे कुछ नहीं पता।
जैसे मैंने खून देखा तो मेरे आंखों के आगे कुछ दिख रहा ही नहीं था, अंधेरा हो गया।
कितना टाइम लगा इसको ठीक होने में?
इसको होने में कम से कम 1-1.5 महीना लगा शायद।
निशान, ये जो गर्दन पे निशान,
ये नाखून के निशान, उसने दबोचा मुझे ना, ये तो ख़त्म ही नहीं हो रहा। सिर पे भी निशान है।
रोज़गार ही हमारा ख़त्म हो गया। उसके बाद हमारे ये बच्चे जो थे ना, बिल्कुल सब जो भी बाहर जाते हैं लोग, वो डर के मारे 2 महीने 1.5 महीने वो तो बाहर गए ही नहीं। इतने हालात नाजुक बने हुए थे।
अस गो कर सिलाई तन पत गो एक्सीडेंटस में मेथ दची नड़ दची नड़ में 10 रॉड तथ खत लग भग 2-4 लाख रुपये खत कर्ज। सह कर्ज वाल पे यमो सी मजबूरी वुक लकटो बचो वन उम्र पढ़न उम्र वन कर उम्र कह पे यमो वुक मजबूरी पे गई वन अस करो तुम सत हेल्प। सोचा मम्मी खोच वन मे कह पे हादसे गो इत पे बोजान हकन यकन बेन कशर स्टार लोमुत वार तन कशर पे बूज अस दोप आ वाकया पज पे यह कत कर हम लाया।
देखो हमारे पास इतना ही ज़मीन है जितना इसमें खाने के लिए भी नहीं निकलता है। बस वही जो सर्दी में 2-4 महीने कमा के लाते हैं वो बैठ के यहाँ खाते हैं।
Each winter, as heavy snowfall and sub-zero temperatures bring much of Kashmir's seasonal economy to a standstill, hundreds of families leave home in search of work. Many of them come from Kupwara district in North Kashmir. Over the next 4 months, they travel across Punjab, Uttarakhand, and much of North India, selling Kashmiri shawls door to door. Before setting out, many borrow money to buy their stock from traders in Kashmir or wholesalers in Punjab. Whatever they earn during those 4 months must support their families for the rest of the year while helping repay the loan they took on before leaving home. The Ganai family was not alone. Between November 2025 and January 2026, the Jammu and Kashmir Students Association documented more than 60 attacks on Kashmiri shawl sellers across northern India. Nasir Khuehami runs the association. He has spent 2 years tracking these incidents.
In past 2 years, we documented more than 100 cases, and in last year alone, we documented 60 to 70 cases. And out of 70 cases, we found that 25 cases alone happened in Himachal Pradesh state. There has been no action initiated against these fringe elementals who are associated with the Bajrang Dal either or with the VHP.
हमारे को तो हो गए कम से कम 20 साल जाते हैं। हम पंजाब से लेके हरियाणा से लेके उत्तराखंड से लेके हिमाचल में आप रहते हैं वहाँ पे। आज तक हमारे साथ 1-2 साल पहले ऐसा नहीं हुआ। अब ये 1-2 साल से ये ऐसा मामला होता जा रहा है। ये नहीं हमारे साथ नहीं हुआ, सबके साथ वहाँ कश्मीरियों सबको परेशान किया जाता है।
Where in Kashmiri shawl sellers were not only threatened, they were thrashed brutally, they were mercilessly thrashed, they were assaulted, they were forced to आप हिंदुस्तानी हैं, आप अलगावादी हैं, and choicest abuses were hurled by these fringe elements which are somehow associated with a particular ideology.
Asif Mujtaba runs Miles to Smile, a foundation that works with the survivors of communal violence across India. A day after the attack, he visited the family. Today, he is sponsoring Tabish's education so that the boy can continue his studies instead of returning to work next year.
They belong to a place which has a very limited options of work. They belong to a community which has very less opportunities to work. So in winters, when the winters are harsh, they are forced to go to other cities to earn some decent money. I won't say they earn much, but it's meager but decent enough so that they can take care of their needs for the coming 7-8 months. Even then, these people are subjected to series of violence. Even in other states like UP, especially after the Pahalgam incidents. So you see, at one place there is a compulsion at all point. Compulsion is you have to take care of the finances of the family. You have to make sure that they survive the harsh winter. And at the other end, the state, which is duty bound to protect these people, failed to protect them.
There has been a significant number of shawl sellers who have taken a huge number and hefty loan from the Jammu Kashmir Bank, from State Bank of India and other banks in order to, buy shawls. Since their business got affected, they are not able to sell these Kashmiri shawls properly. They have to pay this kind of a hefty loan to different businessmen, different banks, but they are not able to do so since their business got affected through these incidents.
इस साल तो क्या कमाया, जो कमाया था वो उसके इलाज पे रख गया, जो उसका खर्चा हुआ कुछ भी नहीं कमाया, कर्जा ही लेके आए वहाँ से.
We reached out to dozens of Kashmiri shawl sellers. Most declined to be interviewed. They told us they feared being identified on camera and believed it could make them targets for harassment or violence when they returned to sell their shawls next season.
Even if the FIRs are being lodged, even if the action is being initiated against these fringe elementals, but little to no action is being taken. So for example, in Uttarakhand, FIR under section 126, 115, 324 was lodged against the fringe elements who were associated with the Bajrang Dal incident. But in just 3-4 days, all these fringe elements who thrashed Kashmiri shawl seller or in Vikas Nagar area, they were released only in 3 days.
So I met a lot of people when I went to relief works at Kashmir and we discussed it. I met a lot of people who usually come to the places. There was one guy, he used to come to Noida to work as a waiter in a hotel. So the guy was saying, I said, Noida mein to acha you were running. He said, I was running good. But abhi, because of the Pahalgam incidents and because of the lot of beatings and lynchings, my family is terrified enough not to send me again. Then I said, what will you do? He said, taking it, winters में what we can do, but situation is very grim.
तो हमारी ना वहाँ की सरकार सुनती है ना यहाँ की सरकार सुनती है। अब क्या करें, जाएं तो जाएं कहाँ।
The migration story reached out to local and elected representatives as well as other government officials for comments on the issue. However, no response was received.
This kind of migration, this is going to decline in a year or so because a reign of terror has been created. They are not able to speak to media, or they are not able to lodge FIR against these accused because they are living in a manosphere. They are of the opinion that if we are going to take any action, first that our business will be affected, and second that they are being threatened that if they do so, they will be kicked out, they will be thrashed mercilessly, and they won't be allowed to do their business on next day.
रोज़गार ख़त्म हो गया ना, रोज़गार तो ख़त्म है। बिल्कुल सरकार को सोचना चाहिए, हमारे गरीब लोग एक कश्मीर में गरीब लोग रहते हैं, इनके बारे में भी सोचना चाहिए। कश्मीरी लोग कहाँ जाएंगे जब रोज़गार ही नहीं रहा, तो कहाँ जाएंगे।
पापा बोल रहे थे कि ये मान ही नहीं रहा आपको के साथ जाना।
वो इतना डर लग रहा, बाहर निकले वहाँ पे जाने पे डर लग रहा इतना, फिर कोई मारेगा, फिर कोई ऐसी बातें करेगा।